Jury selection is kicking off at 9 a.m. today here in Washington, D.C. And once that jury panel is selected, both sides will begin presenting their opening arguments. And as you said, Lindsay, Steve Bannon is being charged with 2 counts of contempt of Congress stemming from his refusal to comply with a January 6th committee subpoena. That committee was looking to get testimony and documents from Steve Bannon, particularly related to meetings that he participated in with other top Trump allies at the Willard Hotel in the days leading up to the January 6th insurrection. Now, Steve Bannon claimed that he didn't have to comply with that subpoena because he was covered by executive privilege. And he claimed that despite the fact that he was no longer a member of the Trump administration at the time that those meetings took place. But then just last week, Lindsay, Steve Bannon said reversed course, and his lawyer sent a letter to the January 6th committee saying that he was now willing to testify after he received word that the former president would waive executive privilege. And so last week, one of his lawyers in this trial was asked whether or not he would participate in the January 6th committee. Here's what he said.
I don't know. He's certainly indicated his willingness to. Once his hands were untied, he stood on the same position that he said from the start. From the start, he said he's willing to comply if they just resolve the privilege issue, which he feels he's bound by, which his lawyer told him he's bound by, or they take him before a judge and the judge tells him the privilege is invalid, or so and so, and so on. Now the privilege has been waived, withdrawn, and so this is perfectly consistent with that position.
The federal district court judge, however, said that even though Steve Bannon reversed course and said he is now willing to comply, it doesn't change the fact that he didn't originally comply with that subpoena. And so that's why that trial is still going forward, even though he now says he's willing to give testimony. The judge also struck down 2 attempts by Steve Bannon's lawyers to delay this trial. They had argued that the jury selection would not be impartial due to the increased media attention around him and the January 6th committee. They also argued that the House January 6th committee broke House rules because of the way that it's made up with mostly Democratic leaders. And they had tried to bring in some of those Democratic members of the House and even House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to be a witness in this trial in federal court. The judge struck that down, said that wasn't going to work for the defense, and basically wiped away a lot of their arguments. If Steve Bannon is convicted on these 2 counts, he could face up to 2 years in prison.